Hello and welcome to Calm English. I'm Emma.
And I'm Jake. It's so good to have you here today. Take a slow, easy breath and let your shoulders soften. There's nowhere you need to rush off to.
If you're new here, this is a slow English podcast. We speak slowly and we keep our words simple, so you can just relax, listen, and follow along.
You don't need to understand every single word. That is completely okay. Just let the language drift past you, gently, like the soft scent of flowers in a garden.
And if you like, you can read the words on the screen while you listen. Listening and reading together is a wonderful, calm way to learn.
So get comfortable. Maybe make yourself a warm drink and settle into a soft chair. There's nothing to finish here, and nowhere you need to be.
Today, our topic is simple and gentle and very close to everyday life. We're going to talk about the quiet calm of a garden.
A garden, a small patch of earth where things grow slowly. There's something about tending a garden that can calm the mind and soothe the heart, so let's take our time.
We'll talk about planting seeds and waiting, the smell of soil after rain, watching things grow, herbs on a windowsill, weeding, and the patience a garden teaches us.
But first, let's look at a few words. We call this part today's words. We'll use them many times, so let's learn them now, slowly and gently.
Our first word is seed. Seed. A seed is a tiny thing you plant in the ground, and a new plant grows from it. For example, I drop a small seed into the soil.
The second word is soil. Soil. Soil is the soft brown earth that plants grow in. For example, I press the seed gently into the dark, damp soil.
The third word is grow. Grow. To grow means to slowly get bigger over time. For example, my little plants grow a tiny bit taller every day.
And the fourth word is plant. Plant. To plant means to put a seed or a small plant into the ground. For example, in spring, I plant seeds in my garden.
So, again, our 4 words: seed, soil, grow, and plant. Don't worry about remembering them perfectly. You'll hear them many times today.
Let's say them once more, slowly. Seed, a tiny thing a plant grows from. Soil, the soft brown earth. Grow, to slowly get bigger over time.
And plant, to put a seed into the ground. Lovely. Now, with these gentle words ready, let's begin our slow talk about the quiet garden, Jake.
Thank you, Emma. I think one of the simplest joys in life is tending a small garden. No matter how busy the world feels, the garden moves at its own slow pace.
Oh yes, there's a deep calm in it. You step outside, you kneel down by the soil, and already the world feels a little quieter and softer.
Exactly, and you don't need anything grand. Just a little earth, some seeds, and patience. A garden is simple and humble and open to almost anyone.
That's what I love about it. Even a few pots on a balcony can be a garden, a little green corner of your own where quiet, living things slowly grow.
It really is. Sometimes I feel tired or restless. But I go out to the garden, I touch the soil, and slowly, something inside me settles.
A quiet, growing stillness. I like that. And the garden asks so little of you. You plant a seed and water it and wait. The earth does the rest, kindly.
Yes, and it suits any mood. Happy or sad, busy or calm, there's always a little weeding to do or a new green shoot to notice and admire.
Let me ask you something, Jake. When you wake up in the morning, do you ever step out into the garden before the day has truly begun?
Oh, often. On a fine morning, it's the first thing I do. I walk out with a cup of tea, and I see what has changed in the garden overnight.
I love that picture. There's something peaceful about those few quiet minutes out among the plants before the day has truly started.
Yes, and there's always some small surprise, a new bud opening, a seed that has finally come up. The garden quietly changes every day.
That's the magic of it, isn't it? You plant a tiny seed and then you simply have to wait. You can't see anything happening deep down in the dark soil.
Exactly. For days, the soil looks empty and still. You begin to wonder if anything is happening at all. And then, one morning, a tiny green shoot appears.
Oh, that first little shoot. It's such a small thing, but it fills you with quiet joy. All that waiting, and now this tiny green life reaching up toward the light.
It really does feel like a small miracle. From one little seed, some soil, and patience, a whole new plant slowly begins to grow.
And the waiting teaches you something. You learn that you cannot hurry a seed. It will grow in its own time, no matter how often you check on it.
That's so true. The garden won't be rushed. The seed takes its own sweet time, and in a way, it quietly teaches us patience, gently, every single day.
I think that's a rare gift these days. So much in our lives is fast, but the garden moves slowly and gently asks us to slow down.
Now, I want to talk about the soil itself, Emma, because there's something lovely about working with the earth, isn't there? The feel of it in your hands.
Oh, absolutely. There's a simple pleasure in it. The cool, soft soil between your fingers, digging a little hole, pressing in a seed, and patting the earth gently back down.
Yes, it's good to get your hands a little dirty, to kneel down and dig and feel the cool, dark earth. It connects you to something old and steady and real.
It does. And I love the smell of the soil, especially after rain. That warm, earthy smell that rises from the wet ground is one of my favorite smells in the world.
Oh, that smell after rain is wonderful, fresh and clean and earthy all at once. You step outside, breathe it in, and feel instantly calmer.
There's even a name for it, isn't there? That smell of rain on dry earth. It's such a gentle, comforting scent. It makes the whole garden feel washed clean and new.
Yes, and the rain does such good work for us. While we stay warm and dry inside, the soft rain quietly waters every seed and every plant in the garden.
That's a lovely thought, the garden being cared for even while we rest. You wake the next morning and everything looks greener and a little taller than before.
And good soil is really the heart of a garden. If the soil is rich and healthy, the plants are happy. So we feed the earth, and the earth feeds the plants.
It's a gentle circle, isn't it? You care for the soil, and the soil cares for the seeds. Everything quietly helping everything else.
Now, here's something I love, Emma. Simply watching things grow, slowly, over the weeks. It's one of the quietest pleasures a garden gives us.
Oh, it truly is. Day by day, the change is so small you can hardly see it. But then you look back after a few weeks and the plants have grown so much.
Yes, it's slow, but it's steady. A little taller each day, a new leaf here, a flower bud there. The garden is always quietly growing, even when we aren't watching.
And it teaches you to notice small things. A tomato slowly turning red, a bud about to open. You learn to find joy in tiny, gentle changes.
That's so true. The garden slows your eyes down. Instead of rushing past, you stop and you really look, and there's so much quiet beauty there.
There is. And watching something you planted grow is such a gentle joy. You held that seed in your hand, and now look, a living, growing plant.
It gives you a quiet sense of wonder, doesn't it? You didn't really make it grow. You just gave it soil and water and time. Nature did the rest.
Yes, and there's a lesson in that. So much good growth happens slowly and quietly out of sight. We just tend it gently and trust it and wait for it to come.
That's beautiful, Emma. We can't force a plant to grow faster by pulling on it. We can only care for it and give it time. And slowly, surely, it grows.
What a gentle reminder. Real growth takes time in a garden and in a life. We plant the seeds, we tend them with patience, and we let them grow at their own pace.
Now, Emma, not everyone has a big garden, but you don't need one, do you? Even a few herbs on a windowsill can bring so much of this quiet joy.
Oh, not at all. Some of my favorite plants live in small pots on my kitchen windowsill. A little basil, some mint, a bit of parsley, a tiny garden by the window.
Yes. And there's something lovely about that. You're cooking, and you simply reach over and pick a few fresh leaves. You grew them yourself, right there on the windowsill.
It feels so good, doesn't it, to grow even a little of your own food. A few fresh herbs make a simple meal feel special.
They do, and herbs are so easy and forgiving. They just need a sunny windowsill, a little water, and a bit of attention, perfect for a small home or a busy life.
That's what I love. You don't need a lot of space or a lot of time, just a pot, some soil, and a sunny window. And slowly, your little herbs grow.
And it brings the garden indoors, in a way. Even on a gray winter day, there's something green and living on your windowsill, right beside you.
Yes. On a cold morning, I love seeing my little herbs there in the window, green and bright. It reminds me that growing things can be part of everyday life, anywhere.
That's a lovely thought. A garden isn't really about size. It's about caring for something living and watching it grow. And that can happen in the smallest of spaces.
It really can. A single pot on a windowsill, tended with love, is a true garden. The joy is the same, whether you have acres or one small plant.
Now, I'd love to talk about weeding, Emma. It might sound like a chore, but for me, pulling weeds can be one of the most calming things in the whole garden.
Oh, I know exactly what you mean. It sounds like work, but it's strangely peaceful. You kneel down, and slowly, gently, you clear away the weeds, one by one.
Yes, it's simple, repeating work. Your mind can rest while your hands quietly work. You stop thinking about everything else, and you're simply there, in the soil.
That's it, exactly. It's a kind of meditation, isn't it? You're not worrying about the past or the future. You're just here, pulling one small weed, and then the next.
It really is. The world goes quiet. There's just you, the warm sun, the soft soil, and the simple task in front of you. Your busy thoughts slowly settle down.
And there's something satisfying about it, too. You look back at the clean, tidy bed of soil, and you feel a quiet sense of order.
Yes. It's honest, simple work. You can see exactly what you've done. And while your hands are busy, your mind gets a rest from all its usual worrying and planning.
I often have my best, calmest thoughts while weeding. With my hands in the soil and nothing to rush for, my mind grows quiet and clear, like still water.
That's beautiful, Emma. So many of us look for ways to calm our minds. And here is one, waiting in the garden. Simple, slow work, done with our hands, in the open air.
Yes, there's something healing about it. Being outside, touching the earth, moving slowly, it pulls you gently out of your head and back into the living world.
And the garden never asks you to be perfect. The weeds will always come back, and that's fine. You just tend it, a little at a time, and you enjoy the quiet work.
That's such a kind way to see it. There's no finishing a garden, really. It's a gentle, ongoing relationship. You simply care for it, slowly, season after season.
Now, let's talk about what we grow, Emma. Because a garden can give us so much. Bright flowers to look at and fresh vegetables to eat. So much from a little soil.
Oh, yes. I love both. The flowers feed the soul and the vegetables feed the body. A garden can be beautiful and useful all at the same time.
Let's start with the flowers. There's such simple joy in them, isn't there? A bed of bright flowers swaying gently in the breeze, they ask for nothing and give so much beauty.
They really do. And the colors. Soft pinks, bright yellows, deep purples. On a summer day, a garden full of flowers is one of the loveliest sights in the world.
Yes, and the flowers bring the garden to life in other ways too. The bees come humming, the butterflies drift past. The whole garden grows busy and alive.
Oh, I love watching the bees, moving slowly from flower to flower, doing their quiet work. The garden isn't just ours, is it? It's a little home for so many small creatures.
That's such a lovely thought. And then there are the vegetables. There's a special joy in growing food you can actually eat. A few tomatoes, some beans, a little lettuce.
Oh, nothing tastes quite like a vegetable you grew yourself. A tomato, warm from the sun, picked and eaten right there in the garden. So simple and so satisfying.
Yes, it tastes better somehow because you grew it. You planted the seed, you watered it, you watched it grow, and now it's food on your plate. That's a quiet kind of magic.
It really is, and it connects you to your food in a gentle way. You understand deep down that food comes from the soil, the rain, the sun, and a little patience.
And growing even a little of your own food feels good for the heart. It's humble, honest work, and the reward is right there, fresh and green at the end of the season.
It is. Whether it's flowers for the eyes or vegetables for the table, the garden gives so generously. From a few small seeds, such beauty and such good, simple food.
Now, Emma, I think this is the heart of it. The patience a garden teaches us. In our fast world, the garden gently asks us to slow down and to wait.
And yes, that's what I love most about it. You simply cannot hurry a garden. The seeds grow when they're ready. The flowers open in their own time. You have to learn to wait.
Exactly. The garden sets the pace, not you. And that's a real gift. In a day full of hurry, here is something that quietly refuses to be rushed.
And the waiting isn't empty, is it? While you wait for things to grow, you tend them. You water, you weed, you watch. The waiting is full of small, caring acts.
That's so true. The garden teaches you that good things take time. You plant in spring, you tend all summer, and only later do you gather the flowers and the food.
And there's such peace in accepting that. You stop fighting the slowness and you start to enjoy it. The waiting becomes part of the pleasure, not something to rush through.
Yes, the garden teaches you to trust the slow process. You do your small part, faithfully, day by day. And then you let nature and time do the rest.
I think that's a lesson we can carry into the whole of life. So much that matters grows slowly. Friendships, skills, a calmer heart. We plant the seeds and tend them.
Beautifully said. We live in a world that wants everything now. But the garden gently reminds us that the best things can't be hurried. They grow in their own good time.
And there's a quiet comfort in that, isn't there? You don't have to do everything today. You just tend your little patch faithfully and trust that slowly it will grow.
Yes, the garden teaches patience, but it also teaches hope. You plant a seed in the cold spring soil, trusting that one day it will become a flower or a fruit.
That's such a hopeful act, really. To plant a seed is to believe in tomorrow. You're saying, I trust that the sun will shine, the rain will fall, and this small thing will grow.
Now, here's one of my favorite things, Emma. A quiet cup of tea, out in the garden. Is there anything more peaceful on a soft, warm morning?
Oh, nothing at all. To sit out among the plants, with a warm cup in your hands, and just be still. The birds singing, the leaves moving gently. Pure, simple peace.
Yes. You don't even have to do anything. You just sit and sip and look at the garden you've tended. All those small, quiet acts of care growing softly around you.
It's the loveliest reward, isn't it? You don't sit in the garden to work. You sit just to enjoy it. To breathe the fresh air and watch the things you grew.
And the garden changes so beautifully through the seasons. In spring, everything wakes up and turns green. New shoots, new buds, new life appearing everywhere you look.
Oh, spring in the garden is full of hope. After the long gray winter, the first green shoots feel like a quiet promise. Life is returning, gently, softly, all on its own.
And then summer comes, warm and full. The garden is at its richest. Flowers everywhere, vegetables ripening, long golden evenings to sit outside.
Summer is so generous, isn't it? Then autumn arrives, slower and softer. You gather the last of the harvest, and the garden begins gently to rest for the year.
Yes, and even winter has its quiet beauty. The garden sleeps under the cold, resting, gathering its strength. and underneath the seeds are quietly waiting for spring.
I love that the garden teaches us about seasons, that there's a time to grow and a time to rest, that after every winter, spring always gently comes again.
That's such a comforting thought. The garden moves in gentle circles. Growth, harvest, rest, and growth again. Nothing is rushed and nothing is wasted.
And it reminds us to be gentle with ourselves, too. We can't bloom all year round. We need our quiet, resting seasons just as much as the garden needs its winter sleep.
Now, Emma, a garden is such a feast for the senses, isn't it? The colors, the scents, the sounds, it gently wakes up every part of us, all at once.
Oh, it really does. The bright colors of the flowers, the soft smell of the soil and the blossoms, the hum of the bees, the song of the birds.
Yes, and it brings you fully into the present moment. When you're in the garden, breathing the fresh air, feeling the sun, you're simply there. Your worries quietly fade.
That's so true. The garden gathers you back to yourself. The soft earth under your hands, the warm sun on your back, you feel calm and grounded and quietly alive.
And gardens hold so many memories, don't they? The smell of a certain flower can carry you straight back to another time and another garden long ago.
Oh, yes. The scent of roses always takes me back to my grandmother's garden. I can still see her there, kneeling in the soil, her hands gentle among the flowers.
That's lovely, Emma. Gardens connect us across the years. So many of us first learned to love growing things from a parent or a grandparent in their own little garden.
Mine too. My grandmother taught me to plant seeds when I was small, to press them into the soil and water them and wait. I still feel her beside me every spring.
What a gift to pass on. The love of a garden moves so gently from one generation to the next. We plant the seeds, and we also plant the memories.
Yes. Years from now, someone may remember us kneeling in the soil, teaching them to grow a flower. The garden quietly ties us together across the years.
Now, Emma, I imagine some of our listeners might love their gardens too, or perhaps they're dreaming of starting one. Wherever you are, we're so glad you're here with us.
Oh, so are we. And if you have a garden or even a single plant on your windowsill, how lovely. We're tending our quiet gardens together all around the world.
And a garden is a perfect place to learn a little English, isn't it? You could listen to us while you weed, or water, or sit among your plants with a cup of tea.
That's such a nice thought. When you're relaxed with your hands in the soil and the sun on your back, your mind is calm and open, and a calm mind learns so gently.
Yes. So you can turn a quiet hour in the garden into gentle English practice. Just listen and let the words drift past like a soft breeze.
And learning a language is so much like growing a garden, isn't it? You can't rush it. You plant a few words each day and slowly, patiently, your English grows.
I love that. You can't pull on a plant to make it grow faster. And you can't force a language either. You just tend it gently, a little each day, and trust it.
Exactly. Some days it feels like nothing is happening, like a seed deep in the dark soil. But underneath, quietly, your English is growing roots.
That's so encouraging. So please be patient with yourself, dear listener. Just as you'd wait calmly for a seed to grow, wait calmly for your English to grow. It will come.
It will, slowly and surely. Every word you learn is a seed planted. You may not see it bloom today, but keep tending it, and one day you'll be amazed how much has grown.
Beautifully said. So keep listening, keep planting your little seeds of English, and be gentle with yourself. There's no hurry here, no test, only quiet, slow, growing learning.
What a calm way to learn. Just relax, listen, and let the soft words take root. You're doing so well simply by being here and growing a little with us today.
Now, Emma, I keep coming back to how simple a garden is. That's part of its quiet beauty, isn't it? Such deep joy from such humble and ordinary things.
Yes, you don't need anything fancy, just some soil, a few seeds, a little water, and patience. The garden doesn't ask for much, and yet it gives us so much in return.
And it's open to almost everyone. A patch of earth or a pot on a windowsill. In so many homes around the world, someone is quietly growing something green and alive.
That's what makes it so dear. Gardening isn't a luxury kept only for special people. It's a simple, ancient joy woven gently into ordinary life.
And maybe that's the real lesson of the garden, that the greatest joys in life are often the simplest ones. A green shoot, a bright flower, a quiet hour in the soil.
Yes, we so often chase big things thinking they'll make us happy. But real contentment is often small and close and humble, as close as a seed growing in the soil.
That's beautifully said. So perhaps, if you've been rushing lately, dear listener, this is your gentle reminder. A small growing joy is waiting. Just plant a single seed and tend it.
Such a kind invitation. And it costs so little. A pot, some soil, a seed, and a sunny window. From such simple things, so much quiet joy can slowly grow.
That's the lovely truth. Even the busiest life has room for one small plant. A little green thing to water in the morning and to watch gently as it grows.
And once you start, you often find you needed it more than you knew. The quiet, the slowness, the gentle care of a living thing. Your whole self softens.
It's just like that, isn't it? We forget how much we need to slow down until we finally kneel in the soil. And a garden is one of the gentlest ways to remember.
So perhaps that's a lovely thought to carry with you. When life feels too fast, go and tend something growing. Let the garden be your small green pause in all the hurry.
I love that. One seed, one plant, one quiet hour in the soil. That's how we soften a hard day and find a little calm again, one small growing thing at a time.
So, dear listener, this is your gentle invitation. Sometime soon, when you can, plant a seed or tend a plant, and let it quietly slow you down and bring you a little peace.
What a kind invitation, and it doesn't matter how small you start. A single herb, a single flower, one pot of soil. Just plant something, tend it, and watch it grow.
Yes. The quiet joy is waiting just there in a little patch of soil. The seed, the water, the patient waiting. All of it ready whenever you choose to slow down and begin.
Beautifully said, Emma. I think that's a gentle place to slow down and gather up the warm ideas we've shared today before we say our soft goodbye.
Yes, let's. Our first word today was seed. Seed, a tiny thing you plant in the ground that a new plant grows from. We talked about the quiet joy of that first green shoot.
Our second word was soil. Soil, the soft brown earth that plants grow in. We remembered the simple pleasure of the earth in our hands and the lovely smell of soil after rain.
Our third word was grow. Grow, to slowly get bigger over time. We talked about watching things grow day by day and finding quiet joy in those tiny, gentle changes.
And our fourth word was plant, to put a seed into the ground. We remembered how planting a seed is a small, hopeful act of trust in tomorrow.
4 simple words: seed, soil, grow, and plant. If you remember even one tonight, that's wonderful. You've done so well just by being here and listening with us.
You really have. And remember the ideas we shared. How tending a garden can calm the mind and bring quiet joy to ordinary days.
We talked about planting seeds and the patient waiting, and that small miracle when the first green shoot finally appears from the dark, quiet soil.
We remembered the simple pleasure of working with the earth and the lovely smell of soil after rain.
We talked about watching things grow slowly, herbs on a sunny windowsill, and how even a single small pot can be a true and joyful garden of your own.
We talked about weeding as a kind of quiet meditation and the gentle peace of simple work, done slowly, with your hands out in the fresh open air.
We remembered the bright flowers and fresh vegetables and the deep patience a garden teaches us. that good things grow slowly and can never be hurried.
And we talked about a quiet cup of tea in the garden, the gentle turning of the seasons, and how tending a garden is a lovely, calm way to learn a little English.
Such warm and gentle ideas. We hope they stay with you, and that very soon you'll plant a little seed, tend it patiently, and feel a little of the calm we've shared today.
Well, that brings us gently to the end of our time together today. Thank you so much for spending this calm, quiet hour with us. It means a great deal.
It really does. Thank you for letting us keep you company today with soft words and gentle talk of the garden. We're so grateful you chose to spend this peaceful time with us.
And before we go, a small, gentle thing. If you've enjoyed this quiet time with us, it would mean so much if you'd subscribe to Calm English. It quietly helps our little channel grow.
It really does help more than you know. And if you could leave a like as well, that's a small, kind way to tell us you'd like more slow, calm conversations like this one.
We'd love that. And we'd love to have you here beside us again next time. So please subscribe, leave a gentle like, and we'll keep these quiet hours coming just for you.
Thank you, truly. And remember, you don't have to be perfect at English or at anything else. Just keep listening and growing a little at a time. Be patient and very kind with yourself.
And remember to plant something small this week. A seed, a herb, a single flower. Tend it gently and let it slow you down for a few peaceful minutes each day.
We'll be right here next time with another slow and gentle conversation whenever you need a calm place to rest and breathe and listen for a while.
Until then, please be very gentle with yourself. Rest when you're tired. Tend something green when your heart is heavy. And take good care of your kind and gentle heart. Take care and goodbye for now.